Hello there, I'm the student and today I'm going to present you how you can reach maximum technology 32 in 1550. And for this setup I have actually a pretty insane preparation, as you can see, a huge Astrakhan that is not me. I am the Golden Horde in this one province. And also you notice that I am in a multiplayer lobby right now with two players, which the one of which I am actually the Golden Horde and Astrakhan. And as you can already see, the other nation is run by Lemon Cake.
Hello, that's me.
And before we actually start the tactic in this actual game, I'm going to quickly tell you what this is all about and how the strategy is actually run in a non-Iron Man save file to tell you what is going on here. And then we're going to be back. Okay, and to show you how this strategy actually works, I'm right now in a single player non-Iron Man game, and I'm going to show you how it's done in the base idea of the mechanic, you know, before I show you how it worked in practice in the MP with a lemon cake. Now you see, for example, in this case I have to play as Ming, of course, because I have no other guy sitting on Ming doing that for me, which is why also it is way harder in single player. But let's say I would release and play as she, okay? You can see that she has a unique mission tree, which is actually shared with literally every other Chinese warlord tags in this region, such as Chu, for example, or Huai, or Yu, or Wu, or so on. You see, so there are actually 19 tags that are existing in the game as cores in the Ming region that have this exactly same mission tree. And there is another one which is the Taiwan nation over here, but that of course doesn't exist in the game. Now you can see that there is the first mission over here, Fall of the Great Ming. First of all, it says that you need to be Chinese kingdom reform, which you easily can enact immediately. There we go. Then it says that your army force limit needs to be at 80% at least. So after a month tick, I've got mercenary companies available actually. So let me just recruit 2 of them. There we go. This is also fulfilled now. And then it says either not to be a subject nation or scornfully insult your liege, basically, which in my case, I of course want to declare independence. There we go. I'm now in an independence war against Ming. You can see this mission is now fulfilled. Now, the reward is a pretty interesting one because you can see that it says over there in the middle that if we complete this mission while we have at least 25% war score during our independence war, it's exactly, you need to have this CB for independence, then we advance 1 military technology level. Let me just demonstrate that real quick. Win wars, there we go. And now you can see I'm on Tech 3 currently, as I was starting, of course. And after I click this mission, you can see already that I advanced to military technology 4 just by clicking that mission, okay? Now, of course, this is not really repeatable, right? Because this mission is now clicked and I can't really click that twice on the same nation, right? But of course I said that there are several nations, actually 19 nations, that have the same mission tree and the same mission, okay? So let's just see what happens if I get my independence. So let's say I just take my independence over here and delete my entire army, and then of course I have right now cores as Shu, for example, in my lands already, so I could just release and play as Chu. There we go. And now I could do the same thing that I did with Ming, so immediately declare an independence war and recruit a few mercenary companies to get to my force limit, of course. And there you can see this mission, the same mission is fulfilled now, okay? And let's now see what happens if I win this war as well and click the mission. You can see I'm of course on tech 4 because they overtake my Overlord's technology, which is 4 of course, as you saw a second ago. But if I click this mission right now, you can see that I simply got 100 mana points and no military technology. And the reason for that is that this special reward over there is literally locked behind fighting an independence war against the nation of Ming. It says very hard coded in the game code that you need to be in an independence war against the tag of Ming, okay? Which means that if you want to basically achieve that, you would have to, as let's say tag Xi, you would have to first of all integrate your former overlord of Ming. Then you would first have to release and play as Ming, and then you would have to get your independence from Qi to be Ming again, this time be Ming with one technology ahead of time, of course, from the Ming, from the Qi missions, and then you would have to release as another Chinese warlord, do the mission again, full annex Ming again, and release as the next warlord. And the problem is, of course, that Ming is huge, okay? And you would have to basically fight Ming as a, as you can see, like 5 province minor with -3 stability against a huge Ming that you would have to choose break several times to full annex them, just so you can then be a subject of Ming when you click this mission to get a military technology. Okay? And this is why it is so much easier in multiplayer when one other human sits on Ming, feeding you the provinces you need to release new nations, vassalizing you diplomatically, and then letting you win the war so that you can click this mission each time while you are being supported by Ming instead of needing to fight him. And as I said, there are 19 of those Chinese warlord tags in the game, which means 19 military technologies that you can get ahead of time, which means that if you start at military tech 13, then you will be able to get to military tech 32 with this. And this is the reason why we started in the multiplayer. Why we in the multiplayer started this tactic in the 1530s, when I reached the tech 13 military already, so that I can end up with military tech 32 in the 1500s. And honestly, if some of you guys actually achieve that in single player Iron Man mode, then I would have the biggest respect for you, but honestly I don't think that this is actually possible in single player because it is so hard. But feel free to try, but for now we'll go on with the practical approach in the multiplayer. And here we are back with Ming after you saw what it is all about. And now we are going to start with two things in this case. First of all, I'm actually reducing myself to a 1 province minor by breaking the vassalization of Astrakhan. There we go. And now, Mr. Lemoncake, please tell me the first province that has a core of Shun.
No worries at all. The Great Wall of China for you to receive.
Thank you very much. There we go. And now I'm going to break the alliance with you. Don't be mad at me, please.
How dare you?
And as I showed you, actually I'm now going to release and play as Shun, but of course before I do that I'm going to take every technology that I can, including the 13th military technology, which is right now 370%, so 37 years ahead of time. And I can take whatever all the other technologies as well. So I'm right now on technology level 12, 12, 13 already. And this is the moment that I abandon the Golden Horde and release and play as Shun. There we go, I am now Shun, and of course I overtook the technology of my former overlord. You can see that I am right now on tech 12, 12, 13 as well. And I have the special mission that I can advance a military technology as soon as I'm a subject of Ming. And as you saw in the time lapse, this is the current state right now. I have 27% war score against Lemon Cake on Ming. And this is the moment where I can take the mission that I was talking about that actually gives me a military technology. You can see I'm on tech 13 right now, still 36 years ahead of time. And now I'm taking that mission and I am on military technology 14, which is currently 49 years ahead of time. And all I'm going to do now in the peace deal is that I'm going to take my independence and take the next bordering province that has a releasable in it, which is Shin, as you can see. And if Lemon Cake accepts,
Fine. Just this once.
then you can see that I can now, as I'm independent, delete all of my armies and step up, which is really important for just 54 points, by the way, and release and play as Shin. And here we are, the final Chinese warlord that I released and play as, which is Shu, as you can see over here. And you can also see that I have right now military technology 31, which is currently already 2,650% ahead of time, which is 265 years. And I have 27 war score against a lemon cake on Ming, which means that if I now click this mission over here, you can see it. I took the technology 32 in 1555. This is so broken, I cannot even tell how broken it is. You can see you have researched all technologies in this group by 1555. And to end this war with a proper peace deal, I'm simply going to demand the entirety of southern China. So please accept.
Temptation to reject is great, but I think I've been truly defeated here.
And there it is. Shu is now the greatest technology nation in the world, as you can see, with tech 12, 12, 32. And I think you were all waiting for the technology map mode, and here it is. This is how the technology map mode looks like. I am the bright lightning star of the technology horizon, and literally every single nation on the planet is so far behind that they are red in the technology map mode. Before I end the video, I have to say that I have the game file uploaded in the video description, so if you want to play as this Shu from here on as a proper build-up nation with tech 32 in 1555, then you can download it and use it in your game to see what you can do with that. And now that you saw how insane my technology map mode looks like, I have to of course show you how the military statistics of my nation look right now. And you can see it already that I have by far the biggest morale modifier in the game, which is from technology 6 morale, where I have right now 7.8 morale almost, where the next nation, the Ottomans, has 4.6, which is totally insane. And now, of course, in the statistics, the things are not listed, such as infantry fire, that is right now on 3.1, and infantry shock, that is on 2.1. So, Lemon Cake, actually, you could tell me what your current one is on the current technology.
At Miltech 12, which is the current technology, Miltech 13 is ahead of time. You should be running out with 0.8 infantry fire and 1.15 infantry shock. And my cannons are shooting with 1 fire and 0.05 shock. And
my cannons are shooting with 8.4 fire and 0.5 shock, but of course the fire is totally broken. My cannons are literally shooting with 8 times the power than the current technology cannons are shooting. And I can tell you, if you walk with a proper stack of infantry and artillery into a battle, you are going to wipe every single nation's troops on the first 3 days of the battle. That are, of course, in the fire phase.
And of course, I must ask, what about your military tactics? Since the ratio of that is quite important.
Military tactics are also totally broken, because I have right now an insane amount of 3.5 military tactics. And again, Lemon Cake, what is your military tactic on your technology right now?
1.75. You have double my mil tactics.
And actually, one more thing that most people might forget is that actually I can build right now level 8 star fortresses. which literally means that every other nation that right now will be on still castle level, so 4 level 2, will take ages to siege every level 8 fort that I build, and on the other hand I will siege every level 2 fort like it was nothing, and therefore not only winning every battle but also literally every war within a few months. So I hope you enjoyed this video for today, and we are going to see, as always, on the next Monday.